Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Pettisville versus Clyde. I think we better get ready for a battle of the synaptic samurai. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game, Pettisville versus Clyde. Let's go to our starting lineups for Pettisville, led by Coach Civic. In slot number 1, we have Keegan, a freshman. In slot number 2, we have Emily, a senior. And in slot number 3, we have Macy, a junior. Now for Clyde, led by Coach Smith. In slot number 1, we have Laura, a senior. Slot number 2, Deanna, a junior. And in slot number 3, it is Michael, a junior. Welcome both to Pettisville and Clyde. This is BGSU Brain Game, and we start things off as we always do with the toss-up round. In this round, there are 10 questions. They are 10 points apiece. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so have some fun with this one. You can confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Toss-up round starts right now. In Greek mythology, this second generation of divine beings included the 12 offspring of Uranus and Gaia. By which collective name were they known? That would be Pettisville. Emily?
Olympians?
Incorrect. Clyde, chance to steal.
Mayans?
You need to buzz in, please. That would be Michael.
Mayans?
Incorrect. What we were looking for was the Titans. The Titans is what we were looking for there. Name the odorless, tasteless, colorless gas, sometimes called the silent killer, often emitted at dangerous levels from faulty gas furnaces. That would be Pettisville. Emily?
Carbon monoxide.
Correct. What is the name for any structure that is supported at one end by a downward force, while the other end projects into space without support? Theater balconies and the house known as falling water are examples of this type of structure. That would be Clyde. Deanna?
Podium.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. That would be Emily.
Skyscraper.
Incorrect. Cantilever is what we needed there. Starts with an E. Some strains of this normally harmless bacterium can cause severe food poisoning, especially in children, and that would be Pettisville. Emily?
E. coli.
E. coli is correct. Name this body of water. The largest alpine lake in North America. It lies in the Sierra Nevada mountains and straddles the border between Nevada and California. That would be Clyde. Deanna?
Lake Omaha.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. That would be Keegan.
Lake Osage.
Incorrect. If I said great place to ski, Lake Tahoe is what we were looking for there. Lake Tahoe. Multiple choice question. With which American Revolutionary battle would one associate British General William Howe and American military leaders Israel Putnam and William Prescott? Is it A, Battle of Bunker Hill, B, Battle of Trenton, or C, Battle of Saratoga? That would be Clyde. Michael?
A.
Correct. Battle of Bunker Hill, A. In 1919, at the Versailles Peace Conference, President Woodrow Wilson's comprehensive 14 points plan outlined the establishment of which forerunner to the United Nations? Pettisville. Keegan?
The League of Nations.
Correct. Another multiple choice question. Born in the Bronx, New York, which American playwright and screenwriter has written over 30 plays in his lifetime, including The Goodbye Girl? That would be Clyde. Deanna?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Incorrect. Including The Goodbye Girl and The Odd Couple. Is it A, Arthur Miller, B, Tennessee Williams, or C, Neil Simon? Pettisville, chance to steal. That'd be Macy.
A.
Incorrect. It is actually C, Neil Simon. What U.S. president won a Nobel Peace Prize for his work on the Camp David Accords? That would be Clyde. Deanna.
Barack Obama.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. Emily.
Bush.
Incorrect. Jimmy Carter is what we needed there. Multiple choice question again. Who was the presidential predecessor to Vladimir Zelensky in Ukraine? Is it A, Gitanas Noseda, B, Viktor Yankovich, or C, Petro Poroshenko? That would be Clyde. Michael?
B.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. That will be Emily.
C.
C is correct. Poroshenko is what we needed there. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a quick look at our score. Clyde at 10 points and currently in the lead with 40 is Pettisville. Stick around. We're just getting started. The risk and reward round, it's coming up next. Stay tuned. I'm Mark Hathaway, host of BGSU Brain Game. If you find yourself shouting answers from the couch during our show, we have a new club just for you. It's called the Brain Boosters. As a member, you'll receive an invitation to a Brain Game taping and a meet and greet with the cast and crew. But that's not all. Let's meet the starting lineup. With a donation of $60, you'll receive a year-long membership to the Brain Boosters, a Brain Game stress ball, and access to PBS Passport, a streaming library of thousands of your favorite programs. A $90 donation will get you the club membership, PBS Passport, as well as a Brain Game mug. Are you an avid reader of the New York Times? How about wanting to learn a second language on Babbel? Well, a $120 donation will give you a year-long subscription to either service, membership to the Brain Boosters, and access to PBS Passport. And finally, a donation of $150 or more will get you everything I just mentioned, a Brain Game stress ball and mug, a year-long membership to the Brain Boosters, PBS Passport, and a subscription to either Babbel or the New York Times. And let's not forget, you'll receive our monthly preview guide as well. So, what's your answer? You have 3 seconds remaining. There's no time limit on joining. Thanks for supporting WBGU PBS, and we will see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Clyde, 10 points, Pettisville at 40 points. Before we move on to our next round, let's welcome in slot number 1 for Clyde. It is Kiara, and Kiara is a senior. Welcome to you and all of our returning players. This is risk and reward. In this round, both teams are going to get the same questions. The first 9, 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can still play a little bit looser on your buzzers. The 10th question, however, is our risk and reward question. You'll receive a topic. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on that topic. If you get it right, you get the points. You get it wrong or a non-answer, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but you're going to lose those points. All right, Pettisville, since you're at 40 points, you will be sticking around. Clyde, out the door you go. It's off to isolation. All right, Pettisville, are you ready for risk and reward? Here we go. True or false? Extrinsic motivation is demonstrated by a person who studies hard to accomplish a sense of self-satisfaction rather than earning a grade. That would be Emily.
True.
Unfortunately, it is false. It is intrinsic motivation. When James Oglethorpe established the colony of Georgia in the 18th century, for what type of British criminal was he seeking to provide a haven? And not in time, I'm sorry. They were debtors is what they were looking for. It was a strange occurrence, the likes of which I had never seen before. Spell occurrence. That will be Emily.
O-C-C-U-R-R-E-N-C-E.
Correct. A caldera is located at the top of what type of landform? That will be Emily.
Magma chamber.
Excuse me?
Magma chamber?
Magma chamber. We will accept that. The innermost layer of the eye upon which an image is focused can be detached by a severe blow to the head, causing blindness. What is the name of this sensitive layer of tissue that contains the rods and the cones? That would be Emily.
Retina.
Retina is correct. How many U.S. states and territories begin with the letter P? Not in time. Pennsylvania and Puerto Rico. In a 1946 speech, Winston Churchill drew which Cold War line from Stettin in the Baltic, Trieste in the Adriatic? That will be Emily.
Iron wall?
Cannot accept iron wall. Iron curtain is what we needed there. Multiple choice. As of March 1st, 2025, who has the most career points in the NBA? Is it A, Michael Jordan, B, LeBron James, or C, Wilt Chamberlain? That will be Emily.
LeBron James?
LeBron James is correct. How do you say tomorrow in Spanish? That would be Emily.
Mañana?
Mañana is correct. Risk and reward time. The topic is NASA. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on this topic, or you can pass and walk out the door with 90 points.
We'll go with 15 points.
15 points. Risk and reward, 15 points on NASA. The NASA Space Shuttle Atlantis ended its service in 2011. What was the name of the other space shuttle that ended service that same year? That would be Emily.
Apollo?
Incorrect. It was the Space Shuttle Discovery. Negative 15 points for you, and that ends your risk and reward round. It's now time for you to head off to isolation. All right, let's bring back in Clyde. Come on in, Clyde. Welcome back from isolation, Clyde. Your risk and reward round starts right now. All right, first question is true or false? Extrinsic motivation is demonstrated by a person who studies hard to accomplish a sense of self-satisfaction rather than earning a grade. That would be Deanna.
True.
Incorrect, it is false. It's intrinsic motivation is what we were looking for. When James Oglethorpe established the colony of Georgia in the 18th century, for what type of British criminal was he seeking to provide a haven? Time. Debtors is what we needed there. It was a strange occurrence, the likes of which I had never seen before. Spell occurrence. That will be Michael.
OCURAN.
Incorrect. OCCURRENCE. A caldera is located at the top of what type of landform? Time. That would be a volcano is what we needed there. The innermost layer of the eye upon which an image is focused can be detached by a severe blow to the head, causing blindness. What is the name of this sensitive layer of tissue? That would be Deanna.
The cornea.
Incorrect. Retina is what we needed there. How many U.S. states and territories begin with the letter P? That will be Michael.
1.
Incorrect. 2. Pennsylvania and Puerto Rico, the territory. In a 1946 speech, Winston Churchill drew which Cold War line from the Stettin in the Baltic, Trieste in the Adriatic? That would be Deanna.
The only thing we need to fear is fear itself.
Incorrect. Iron curtain is what we needed there. Multiple choice. As of March 1st, 2025, who has the most career points in the NBA? Is it A, Michael Jordan, B, LeBron James, or C, Wilt Chamberlain? That will be Michael.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is correct. How do you say tomorrow in Spanish? That would be Kiara.
Mañana.
Correct. Risk and reward time. The topic is NASA. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on this topic, or you can pass. Clyde, what are you thinking?
Okay, I'm just saying, I'm thinking of the other team's score. I feel like we go all or nothing almost on us. We'll go 15. I'll go 15.
15 points it is. All right. 15 points on NASA. The NASA Space Shuttle Atlantis ended its service in 2011. What was the name of the other space shuttle that ended service that same year? Time. It was the Space Shuttle Discovery. Negative 15 points for you, Clyde, and that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to clear our scores, and let's bring back in Pettisville. Welcome back from isolation. Let's take a look at our scores, starting off with Clyde. We have 15 points. Pettisville has 75 points. We're just getting warmed up here at BGSU Brain Game because coming up next is our category round where questions can be worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. And deductions, well, they're going to start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Clyde 15, Pettisville 75. We want to welcome back a returning player in slot number 3 for Clyde. Let's welcome back Laura to the game, and welcome back to all of our returning players from last round. This is the category round. The power now shifts a little bit to you, our teams. We have 6 categories to choose from. Inside each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, but I've got to keep it real. Deductions do start now. So if you go for 30, you're risking 30. If you go for 15, you're risking 15 of your points. There is one double or nothing question hiding somewhere in there. Could be a game changer. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Clyde, with 15 points, you get to make the first selection.
Legal terms 10.
Legal terms for 10 points. Answer these questions about things that have to do with the law. What is the name of the crime for lying under oath? Time. That would be known as perjury. Clyde still in control.
Legal terms 15.
Legal terms now for 15 points. In civil law, what do we call the party who brings a suit or some other legal action against another in court? That would be Laura.
Prosecution.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. That would be Emily.
Defendant.
Incorrect. Plaintiff is what we needed there. Plaintiff. Clyde still in control.
Sayings 10.
Sayings for 10 points. Better safe than, that would be Deanna.
Sorry.
Correct. Clyde in control.
Sayings 15.
Sayings for 15 points. If the shoe fits, that would be Keegan.
Walking it.
Incorrect. Clyde, chance to steal.
If the boot fits.
No, you need to buzz in, please. That would be Deanna.
Boot.
Incorrect. If the shoe fits, wear it is the saying. Clyde, still in control.
States.
States. For 10 points. This is the image category. Take a look at this monitor right here. Identify this U.S. state. That will be Pettisville. Keegan.
Louisiana.
Louisiana is correct. And now the power shifts to Pettisville in control.
States 15.
States for 15 points. Identify this state. That would be Keegan.
Vermont.
Vermont is correct. Pettisville still in control.
States 20.
States now for 20 points. Identify this U.S. state. That'd be Keegan.
Maine.
Maine is correct. Pettisville in control.
States 25.
Sticking with states now for 25 points. Identify this. That would be Pettisville. Keegan.
New Mexico.
New Mexico is correct. Pettisville in control.
States 30.
I'm not surprised. States for 30. Identify this U.S. state. That would be Keegan.
North Dakota.
Correct, yes. Pettisville in control. That completes that category.
Rivers and cities 10.
Rivers and cities for 10 points. I will name a major city of the world. You are to identify the river that passes through it. The city is Paris. That would be Pettisville. Keegan.
The Seine.
The Seine River is correct. Pettisville in control, making a move.
Rivers and cities 15.
Rivers and cities for 15 points. The city is London. That would be Pettisville. Keegan.
The Thames.
The Thames is correct. Pettisville in control.
Rivers and cities 20.
Rivers and cities now for 20 points. The city is Rome. Pettisville. Keegan.
The Tiber.
Tiber is correct. Pettisville in control.
Rivers and cities 25.
Rivers and cities for 25 points. Kansas City, Kansas. Pettisville. Keegan.
The Missouri.
Missouri is the river we're looking for there. Yes. Pettisville in control.
Rivers and cities 30.
Rivers and cities now for 30 points. Budapest, Hungary. Pettisville. Keegan.
The Danube.
The Danube is correct. In control, Pettisville.
Sayings 20.
Sayings for 20 points. A penny saved is, that would be Clyde. Deanna.
A penny earned.
Correct. Clyde takes back control.
Sayings 25.
Sayings for 25. This is the double or nothing question. Open to all buzzers. A stitch in time saves. Pettisville. Emily.
9.
Correct. Double the points and control.
Clipped words 10.
Clipped words for 10 points. I will read a clipped word that has been derived from a longer, more formal word. You are to identify the word from which the clipped word has been formed. First word is add. That would be Clyde. Deanna.
Addition.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. That would be Macy.
Advertisement.
Advertisement is what we needed there. Yes.
Clipped words 15.
Clipped words for 15 points. Lunch. That would be Pettisville. Emily.
Luncheon.
Luncheon is what we needed there. Yes. Pettisville in control.
Same category 20.
Clipped words for 20 points. Taxi. That would be Clyde. Deanna.
Taxidermy.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. Time. Taxi cab is what we needed there. Pettisville in control.
Clipped words 25.
Clipped words for 25. Specs. That would be Pettisville. Emily.
Spectacles.
Yes, we'll accept spectacles or specifications there. Pettisville in control.
Clipped words 30.
Clipped words for 30 points. Memo. That would be Clyde. Deanna.
Memo pad.
Incorrect. We cannot accept that. Pettisville. That would be Macy.
Memorandum.
Memorandum is what we needed there. Pettisville in control.
Women in history 10.
Women in history for 10 points. Pioneering aviator who became the first woman. That would be Pettisville. Emily.
Earhart.
Earhart is what we needed there. Correct. In control is Pettisville.
Women in U.S. history 15.
Women in U.S. history for 15 points. Abolitionist and conductor of the Underground Railroad. That would be Pettisville. Keegan.
Tubman.
Tubman is correct. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. Currently in the lead with 400 points is Pettisville. Stick around. Brainstorm coming up next. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. We did have a slight scoring correction at the end of the round. And before we move to our brainstorm round, let's welcome Michael back for Clyde and all of our returning players. Welcome back for this round. This is the brainstorm round. In this round, all questions are 20 points. I must warn you though, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. The brainstorm round starts right now. What is the scientific family to which all dogs belong? Pettisville. Emily.
Canine.
Canine is correct. Where did General Robert E. Lee surrender the Army of Northern Virginia? Time. Appomattox Courthouse. How many feet are in 1 fathom? Time. That would be 6. Which duck is missing? Huey, Dewey, and Pettisville, Emily.
Louis.
Louis is correct. How many sides are in a decagon? That will be Clyde. Michael.
10.
10 is correct. In the 2024 movie adaptation of Wicked, who plays the role of Glinda? That would be Pettisville. Emily.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande is correct. What blood vessel carries blood from the heart to the lungs? Pettisville. Macy.
Aorta.
Incorrect. The pulmonary artery is what we needed. If you add up the number of moons that Earth and Mars have, what would be the total? That would be Pettisville. Keegan.
3.
3 is correct. What is the longest river on the continent of Asia? Pettisville. Keegan.
The Yangtze.
Yangtze is correct. What is the capital of Afghanistan? Pettisville. Keegan.
Kabul.
Kabul is correct. In data storage terms, what is larger, a petabyte or an exabyte? That would be Clyde. Michael.
Pentabyte.
Incorrect. Exabyte is what we needed there. What is the process called when a solid transitions directly into a gas, bypassing the liquid phase? Pettisville. Keegan.
Sublimation.
Sublimation is what we were looking for. Yes. What was the name of the ship that Charles Darwin sailed on during his voyage of scientific discovery? Time. That would be the HMS Beagle. What computer programming language is often used for artificial intelligence and machine learning applications? It is also a kind of snake. In time, that was Pettisville. Macy.
Python.
Python is what we needed there, correct. Let's take a look at our scores, and our winner is Pettisville with 540 points. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come around, meet in the middle, and we will see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. Come on out, everybody, get some TV time.